Get in my business boat.
Yes.
Toot toot.
50.
Oh, you maxed out, Dwayne Jones?
Please.
Oh my goodness, so nice to see you.
You too. It feels like it's just been yesterday. It was only a few months ago we
And you know
spoke.
what? And before that, 15 years. It's been 15 years since we talked about Sue Thomas FBI in the bistro chairs in a mall in Scarborough.
That's right. That's right.
And here you are. You're jumping in season 5 into an established ensemble. And I would think that would be kind of strange. Everyone has to get their bearings. Tell me about that.
Well, it's always a bit like when you join a cast, it's a bit like first day at school. You get there and you're not sure how it's going to be, but actually everybody was really great. But I only actually had scenes with Catherine and with Danny Kine, so I didn't actually meet the rest of the cast. So I'm still a huge fan of everyone else. Yeah.
So you are Kate's new PR client.
That's right.
And you're living the dream, larger than life, a force of nature. Winston and I were hunting for words to describe her. And the best we could come up with was powerful.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a woman like that on TV, and it's so fantastic.
Sloane Mitchell, hey, like she is a force to be reckoned with. I loved playing her because you're right. She is powerful. She is a woman who has worked very, very hard to get where she is. She works hard. She plays hard.
Oh,
She plays hard, and she takes Kate along for the ride in season 5. It was so much fun.
Those puff sleeves? Are those board shorts? Are those white leather boots? Is that a bong? It is. Cool, dude.
like, wow.
Yeah.
And I say, fantastic. That's great to show these women in solidarity, just taking what they want, just living the life. And I think it's a dream for us to see a woman like that on TV. So, and I believe that with the way she is, it could change the tenor of the show to some degree when she meets everyone and when everyone becomes friends.
That's right. I mean, because one of the things that I love about Working Moms is those female friendships and how these women are fiercely protective of one another. And so when you start to weave in a character like this, how is that dynamic going to shift things? Because it certainly is a fun dynamic that starts to turn Catherine's character into someone that she may not have imagined where she was going,
No kidding. Yes. And you explain a few things to her. I'm thinking of the White Purse episode and her reaction to it. I mean, the audience has just got to see it. It's just phenomenal, the entire passage and sequence. And and Kate makes some mistakes in what she's saying to you, and she catches herself. And I just thought, wow, I didn't think a woman like Kate would say something like that, but she did. And I guess it's just representative of the way people are, and you take it and run with it. So tell me about those moments.
Well, it's interesting because Sloane is a character who is, like I say, what she wants, she gets what she wants. And in Kate, she recognizes that she admires her and what she's built, but she also recognizes that Kate admires her. And she runs with that admiration. All Kate's awkwardness and insecurities, Sloane takes advantage of. But because of that, there's a trust that eventually develops. And, Sloane isn't all of that bravado. And it'll be fun to see those fissures, you start to see some cracks. And the only person who's there to witness it is Kate.
You do so much work in Canada, but you do so much work in the US as well. So you're busy, and I guess, it's all cool.
It's all pretty great.
What would that young girl have thought 15 years ago when she could see what you've accomplished?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's funny because I'm still in it. So to me, it sort of feels like, like what I realize is when I speak to friends or family about where I'm at and where I want to go, I have to be reminded of how far I have come because I'm still striving, right? I'm still reaching for more. But when I actually look back and I actually think about it, I just feel very fortunate because I do get to work on both sides of the border. And it's been, I wouldn't have the US career that I have if I didn't have the Canadian career. So I just feel very lucky, actually. I knew about the show before, but when I got the job, I binged. And it's just funny because my first day of set, I had a scene with Danny and Catherine, and I was literally watching them in the scene. And I had to say, Anuka, snap out of it. You have to act now. But I was like, oh my God, it's because I got so into the show. I really did. It's great. It's such a good show.
I love it. That's pure connection. That's just terrific.
It really was.
Is there something that you would like to see happen in the show?
Something that I would like to see happen. Well, it's just, she's a woman who, the word balance isn't really in her vocabulary.
I wouldn't imagine, yeah.
No, she's been very, very on a trajectory for her whole career. So I think meeting Kate certainly ruffles her feathers a bit, like upheaves her life. And what I want to see is a little bit more of this very composed person being okay with making mistakes, being okay with trying to figure it out, and that it's okay that you're figuring out, because that's kind of what Working Moms is about, is that it's messy and we don't have the answers, but we just keep trying and we stay loyal to each other and we help each other out. That's what the show's message is to me. So I want to see that reflected in Sloan Mitchell for sure.
Get in my business boat.
Yes.
Toot toot.
50.
Oh, you maxed out, Dwayne Jones?
Please. I got 20 more in the tank.
Yeah. No, me too.
Hit it! Oh!
Those puff sleeves? Are those board shorts? Are those white leather boots? Is that a bong? It is. Cool, dude.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You want to drink more wine?
Yes.
Pull your pants up when you're done.